evening. My name is Ryan McLeod. I'm here. I appreciate the invitation. I'm here with my wife Sherry in the back. We're glad to be here. I'm running for Congress in the 12th District. I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative Republican. I grew up in Augusta, Georgia, off to the Naval Academy. All I wanted to do was fly F-14s in the Navy. I was fortunate enough to do so. I was the backseater in a Tomcat. Flew in Desert Storm, flew in combat, and there is a young man here tonight named Trey Martin. Where is Trey? Right here. Stand up, Trey. Small world. Trey is a sophomore here at Georgia Southern, and I got an email about 3 weeks ago. Mr. McLeod, my name is Trey Martin. You don't know who I am. Of course, I know exactly who Trey is. I was Trey's father's wingman in Desert Storm. The truth be told. Now, the story really is that his dad was my wingman. And then it gets better. We all left to fight that war, and my wife was pregnant, and Trey's mother was pregnant. And off we go, really thinking, okay, we're going to miss this. As we all know, the war ended very, very quickly. And the Navy flew both myself and his dad. We flew off. The war was over. We started heading home. They put us in a transport plane, flew us into Hong Kong, put us on a United Airlines 747 flight. San Francisco back to San Diego, where we were based. 3 days later, our oldest daughter, Collier, was born. And then 2 weeks later, young Trey, who in my mind is still 3 years old. Now he tells me he's thinking about going to law school. And anyway, small world. What do I believe? I believe in the Constitution. I believe that the rule is the rule. I believe if you don't like the rule, you attempt to change the rule. You don't get to reinterpret the rule. Now, changing the rule means you have to have a constitutional amendment. I believe in a strong fiscal plan. I believe that you spend less than you make. Not what you make, you spend less than you make. People talk about we need a balanced budget. $15 trillion down, a balanced budget doesn't work. It doesn't cut it. You can't pay, you can't leave $15 trillion. That's going to accumulate interest as it goes over. I mean, we have to spend significantly less than we pay. I believe in a strong sense of family. I'm a right-wing guy. I like NASCAR. I like barbecue. I like, football. I like college football. We have 3 daughters. We've got a junior in college. We have one that is going to college, and as some of y'all, I've told y'all tonight, we have a 12-year-old that is for sale. Here's the story of my life. I used to be 25. I used to fly F-14 Tomcats. We used to live in San Diego, one of the prettiest cities in our country. I used to drive a green Fiat Spider convertible. Okay? My wife used to be 25. Now, she is still incredibly good looking. We had a dog. Life was good. One day I woke up. I'm not 25. I live in Augusta, Georgia, my hometown. My wife's not 25. We have 3 daughters, 2 poodles, 2 horses, goldfish that come and go. And we just finally sold the Honda minivan. Okay? And the worst part about it is I'm an attorney. I am everything I never in my entire life wanted to do. But you never know the plan God has laid out for us. I'm glad to be here tonight. I look forward to answering your questions. I look forward to demonstrating to you who I am, the character that I've received, that is in my soul, and I look forward to being your next Congressman.
We have Maria Ship.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Lawton. I didn't see the chairman around tonight, but I certainly appreciate the opportunity to be here and appreciate all of you that came out here tonight to listen to what we have to say. And I'd like to spend some time listening to what you have to say too, because I think often when you're a candidate running for office, we get asked to do a lot of talking, but I think it's extremely important that we do a lot of listening, because as I travel around this district, I find a lot of people who are really hurting, and a lot of people that want to see us make a change in Washington. And so I encourage you, I know you have flyers with my contact information, and someone asked me earlier, they said, well, are you actually going to read that email? Well, it's my email address, and it only comes to me, so I promise you I will read it. I look forward to hearing from you, whether you just want to tell me something, whether you have ideas for me. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a middle Georgia girl. I grew up hunting and fishing with my parents. My mother was a nurse, and my father was in the military. He served in the Air Force. They taught me the value of public service, and they taught me the value of hard work. I worked and put myself through school. Someone asked me earlier about my education, so I'll tell you all. My undergraduate degree is in political science. I have a master's in public administration. I have a master's in business, and I have a law degree. Now, I did all that so you guys don't think I spent my entire life in school by the age of 25. And I worked and put myself through school because I found myself in a situation. My mom was killed when I was 15 years old by a drunk driver. And he was high on drugs. Then my father died when I was in school of brain cancer. And I spent 9 years taking care of my maternal grandmother who had dementia. So I know what it's like to live in the real world, what it's like to suffer and have to deal with these issues, but at the same time to work hard to accomplish what you want in life. And as I was doing this, I was also working in the grassroots of the Republican Party. I've been working in this party since I was 15 years old. I've served as a secretary, a treasurer, and a county chairman. And I know exactly what that's like, and I know how important it is, all the work that all of you in this room do to make sure that we elect conservatives to Congress. And I thank you for everything that you do, and I hope that we see a lot of you out there working. I hope it's for me, but even if it's not, just get out there, get behind the candidate that you support, because the opponent in this race, we may be competitors, but the opponent in this race is Congressman John Barrow. And I know there's not a single person in this room that wants to see him go back